Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land and hosted by me, Rolene Marks, where we take a look at your top stories making headlines in Israel every Monday to Thursday. Now, yesterday, shortly after we concluded yesterday's broadcast, news broke of a horrific terror attack in the settlement of Eli in the north of Judea and Samaria. So yesterday, what we do know is that two Hamas terrorists arrived at a petrol or gas station in Eli, which has a restaurant attached. They opened fire, killing 4 Israelis and injuring 4 others. A citizen who was armed managed to neutralize the one terrorist, and after a short manhunt, the IDF were able to neutralize the other. Now, Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad have lauded yesterday's attack, calling it a response to the operation in Jenin, which took place earlier this week, where 7 IDF soldiers were wounded, including our canine operative, Dago the dog, who I have at good authority has been released from hospital. I know many of you have expressed your concern. 4 Palestinians were killed and 62 injured. Now, the Prime Minister last night held a security briefing with his security officials. Notably absent, because he was excluded, was National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. This is the 3rd time Ben-Gvir has been excluded from security briefings, and the reason given is that there is a lack of trust. Today, Ben-Gvir is demanding to be given security briefings and to be included, and one of the Otzma Yehudi members of Knesset has said if the minister is not included, he will quit the coalition. Funerals have been held for the 4 Israelis murdered: Harel Massoud, Ofer Fireman, Elisha Antman, and Nachman Mordov. May their memories be eternally blessed. Our thoughts and our prayers are with their families and loved ones. Yesterday, 27 countries, including the United States and Israel, have levied vast criticism at the United Nations for what they're calling disproportionate focus and bias against the State of Israel. This follows the presentation and hearings in the United Nations Human Rights Council yesterday, based in Geneva. The Commission of Inquiry, which is the open-ended mandate and the highest level of inquiry that was laid down 2 years ago, following Operation Guardians of the Wall in May 2021, where rockets were fired by terrorists in the Gaza Strip towards the state of Israel, which resulted in about 11 days of intense conflagration. Now, the mandate included the brief to investigate possible war crimes and crimes of apartheid. And the 3 commissioners tasked with this have a notorious history of anti-Semitism. They are Navi Pillay, Christopher Sadati, and Milun Kotari. Christopher Sadati has been on record as saying that Jews throw around the accusation of anti-Semitism like confetti at a wedding. Milun Kotari, who despite petitions for him to be fired from the commission, has accused Jews of controlling social media, and Navi Pillay has a long history of supporting causes like BDS, which call for the destruction of the State of Israel. Led by the US's ambassador to the United Nations Human Rights Council, the declaration was that there is inherent bias against the State of Israel, and this needs to end. It is counterproductive towards any progress for a peaceful solution. Earlier today, Kan, the national broadcaster, reported that Hizbollah have reportedly set up a position in the north of Israel. The IDF have chosen not to attack it and have stated that they are aware of it and are working with the relevant organizations. You can read into that what you want. And finally, because we really try to end on a positive note, Israel's iconic medical clowns, many of you are familiar with them. They go around to hospitals, especially to sick children, and try to get them to build up resilience and help them, take their medicine and get over their fears. They have said that through the Dream Doctors initiative, they will be accompanying the IDF to disaster zones. The IDF is usually one of the first to respond to disasters around the world, no matter where they occur, and no matter even if we don't have bilateral ties with the country where they occur. The medical clowns are there to help with PTSD, to help with therapy, and especially children who are deeply impacted by any kind of disaster, be it humanitarian or natural disasters or human-related, such as war. And that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. Please don't forget to follow our website at www.layoftheland.online. If you want to receive our weekly newsletter, please be in contact either via our website or via our Facebook page. You can find our Facebook page at Lottel's site. Please like, share and follow. Our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief. Please, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And we're on Twitter at @LayOfTheLand5. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, and we'll check in with each other tomorrow.